In this video, we'll look at how tests that are available in the platform can be viewed and edited. As always, you need to make sure that your scheduler is up and running, and once it is up, navigate to localhost from your browser. It will take you to the Bumblebee page. If you list plans, you can see the plans that has already been created, and you can trigger the plan from here as well. If you go to list tests, you'll see all the tests has been added to this platform so far. So every release will incrementally have more tests being added. Eventually, we'll also be rolling out a mechanism that the test definitions can be updated and pulled from Git into the internal database. So you can select the platform, framework, and product here. So these are the ASF4 tests. And each test has a unique test ID associated with it. The user who has created it, product which it is associated with, host, and the example name listed here. You can even sort the tests in terms of the platform. So in this case, it will show all the SAMD21 based ASF4 tests. If you want to edit a particular test, you can do is you can click the example name, and this will list all the parameters that are associated with this particular test. You can see that the test ID is non-editable, so is the framework. Every other field can be edited. The name is ModeAPI example to correspond to the name of the example folder. Technology is Wi-Fi. So this has to match what the plan creation page shows. So if you select Wi-Fi there, it has to match Wi-Fi here so that it can be listed in the plan creation page. Device is Wing 1500 and SAMD21 is the platform. The test is currently active. In case if you want to deactivate a test for a particular reason, you can change it to inactive state. You can give your name here for the edited or created by. In case of ASF4, you have to give the project ID here. So we'll look into the details of how the project ID and project JSON are populated when we look at creating new tests. Now we look at the environment conditions and build preconditions. So in this case, we are not giving any build precondition or any environment conditions, even though some defaults are populated here. Leave it as such. The test condition is essentially JSON file which contains a sub-element called logs, which has two sub-elements called pass log and fail log. So pass log is a comma-separated array of strings that essentially should appear in the console output to call this pass log, call this test to be passed. So in this case, once the AP comes up once the device comes up in AP mode, it will print the log telling AP mode started. You can now connect to the demo AP. Unless and until this print comes up, you cannot call this test as pass. You can make this as elaborate as possible. Make sure that you do not do anything very much device specific, like including a device serial number here, so that this test because otherwise the test cannot be run in other developer PCs with other assets. If you want to have any negative conditions, like a particular string that should never appear in a pass log, you can give it as a array here. Timeout is the time within which the test has to complete, or else it will be called as fail. Once you make some edits, you can submit changes and it will go back into your database. However, this will not be reflected in any of the other testers, any of the other developers' test PCs. If you feel that a test needs to be modified for everyone, once you have done the modifications and tests, you can come back to this page and click on download test, which will pop up a window which will let you download a JSON file. You can take this JSON file and send it across to one of our developers, one of our Bumblebee developers, so that we can include this change in next release of the test database.